Hello everybody, Flik here, and welcome to the first part of a Dark Souls 2 playthrough. Now, by now you've all already have seen my Let's Look At, which is also my review of the game, and I have my character I've been using for that there, Flik level 132. I've been playing for almost 50 hours, so that just shows how much time I put into it since recording that Let's Look At. Still haven't finished the game either, it just goes on and on, it's very, very long. But for the purposes of this playthrough, I am going to make a new character. And also I polled on Twitter whether people wanted to see me play a melee build or a mage build, keeping in mind in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls I have never played a mage build, a pure mage build I mean. Also I'm going to fast forward to opening CG, I apologise, but that's for copyright reasons. You can see it in its entirety on the Bandai Namco channel, I believe. It was titled The Prologue. But this is where you end up. To set up the story, in case you are not aware, you are cursed and have come to this place, this purgatory, to find a cure from a king who apparently found a cure for being a hallowed undead. And you don't get to make your character straight away, you have to do a little bit of the tutorial first, by waking up here. And once there is some talking, don't worry, I won't talk, but there's no talking here while you kind of arrive. So I have played through most of the game. In my off-camera time I am going to finish my other character's file. I'm very close to the end of the game now, I think. I genuinely think I'm very close. So yeah, we don't even get to pick our class yet, so we have no weapons or anything at all. We start with very low health and very low stamina, so we're just going to carry on and run. And since this is the first part of a new series, there's some rats here that I'm just going to run past. I highly encourage comments and thumbs up to support a series, so I know that I should focus on it because you want to see it. Now, I do actually know how to get that item, but I'm not sure if I want to make my class first or not. Will it actually let me get down there? Oh well, I might as well just pick it up since I'm here then. Now, I am also still recording this prior to the game's official release. The online servers are not up yet. They are supposed to go up at some point today. I want to get my foot in the door with this character first before invasions and co-op and whatnot happen, because I don't want to get carried through the game by constantly summoning players. Now we're going to get a little bit of conversation. I will be quiet during this.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Okay, try to recall your name. Now, I've already used Flik for my other character, but I think I can get away with calling him again, can I? I'm not sure how much space I have here. I could do Flik the Mage. Can I fit that in? Let's give that a go. Flik the... capital M. No, capital M. Thank you. E-G-E. That does indeed fit. Fair enough. Yep, that's my first, middle, and last name.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
So human effigies are this game's version of humanity, and now we get to make our character. I might just keep the default human so I don't have like 10 minutes of making a character. So anyway, classes. You'll notice no pyromancer. You have seen in my Let's Look At though that pyromancy is in the game. It's still OP, and I'm going to try and not use it. And as I said, I'm going to be playing as a mage. I don't really want to play as a faith build because I have been using some faith magic on my other character. So it's going to be sorcerer. So he starts with, what is that, soul arrow, some gems, some basic mage equipment, and that's it. He starts with a lot less than some of these other classes, in fact. But yep, we're going to be a sorcerer. Our gift is going to be... Now on my other character I picked... What is it I picked? I can't remember now. It wasn't that, it wasn't that, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. Unless you want to make the game a lot harder, never start with bonfire aesthetic, because that's what it's for. Simple petrified lump. I think I picked petrified something, and if I remember correctly, it's a... Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my character looking like this. I don't really care about the visuals of him, so I think that'll do. Advanced settings, perhaps? What's in advanced settings? Let me just check that. Oh, that's like literally like all the details of his face shape. Nope, that'll do. That is my true self now, anyway. And we'll get the end of this cutscene.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know.
These ladies aren't very nice.
Through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You'll lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
That's true. I am going to die a lot, probably even more than on my other character because I'm far too familiar with how to play as a melee build. Not a mage build, but we'll see. And it automatically puts me into my mage equipment. So I've got a knife. Do I have a staff to actually... Yes I do, but it's on the same button. Why is it on the same button? Surely it should just put it on my other hand. No, that's the wrong one. Let's do that, so I can have my staff out at the same time. That makes more sense to me, because I can't block with any of them anyway. Or can I? I can parry. That's not exactly great. Let's see what you have to say.
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveller.
Yeah, you don't have anything interesting to say late. Yet, rather. I don't know why I said late. Oh, because I was going to say later she does. Kind of. I got a joke weapon off of her. And I'll start as I mean to go on. Before I open any chest, I will hit it first. I can't remember what's in here. It's an effigy. Good. I'll be hoarding those for the most part. Right, and there's nothing else out there I can get the way I came, that is, yet. And we'll just get into the tutorial area. I'm going to try and push on to get quite a bit done in this first part. Later tonight, another part will be up. And as I was saying, please show your support to the series if you want to see more quickly. Although I think I'm going to do maybe like 3 parts in the one sitting at the moment, and then I'm going to wait for the servers to come up, because it's going to be a bit of a different experience for me once there is that multiplayer and adversarial aspect in the game. Lost Soul of an Undead and a torch. I could technically use the torch now. I never found many uses for torches. They don't have a huge application. I won't bother. Basically, if you have a torch, it literally lights your way, but you can also light areas of the stage permanently, like for example here. And we'll just start exploring things in betwixt, is what this area is called. So yes, I could attack, but I also have badass magic. Oh, I was kind of expecting that to one-shot him, but whatever. I'm also not familiar with dagger play, other than obviously you having a far limited range. You do start with quite a lot more soul arrows, I think, right? Because I'm pretty sure it was, what, 15 at max in the other game? To also help magic users in this one, there's a line of items specifically to replenish spell usage in the field, so you don't have to constantly rest at bonfires and then, you know, get all the enemies respawned on you. Although there is also that aspect that I covered in the Let's Look At, where if you kill an enemy enough times it will stop respawning. There is an enemy here. Yeah, he is. There he is. And is there another one? No, there is not. Good, good. There's nothing here. Yeah, those guys down there I will not be fighting. There is actually another one hidden behind the rock on the far side. They do not respawn when they die once. And that's a coffin you can lie in, like when you want to go meet Gravelord Nito in the first Dark Souls. For some reason every time I walk into it in my other character... Oh, does Dagger not have a backstab animation? Yeah, for some reason I've tried it at numerous points with my other character that's at different points in the game. And every time I get in the coffin, nothing happens. So maybe it's only for bad players who've murdered lots of other players. I don't know. But yeah, that's one of the... Oh, why have I have a habit of wanting to hold my shield up as I move around. Because, you know, that's just good to do. It's a dagger. How does that compare to the dagger I'm using? It's probably identical, right? Yep, it is. Hello, evil man. Come get me. Teaching me how to roll. Oh, because you're using a bow and arrow. Yes. That won't save you. Not from me. What are you going to do? And there's one more, I think. No, what does this one say? Switch weapons. Yep, I know that. Thank you for sharing, though. Just realised what's on my back. Scrolls. Have I got... It is actually just scrolls, right? Yeah, it hasn't started me with arrows or anything like that. Fine, fine. We will carry on. What if I press R2 with this? Oh, it is just an attack. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that bent round the corner. Come on. Good job I have so many uses of these spells, and I know for a fact I'll get to another bonfire before I run out at this rate. So that's good. I probably will come back here at some point and light all this up using the torch. Not sure if I'll do it on camera or not. There's also perhaps points where I will do some off-camera farming, because I know you don't want to see me killing the same enemies over and over. But I'll do all the exploration on camera. I'll certainly do all the bosses on camera. If I get stuck on a boss, and some bosses are very hard, I got lucky sometimes. Also, this is what's his name's nest, that crow. I can't remember its name. Sparkly?
You! Give us smooth!
Give us smooth. Yeah, I don't have any smooth stones.
Yes, you!
Yeah, I'll come back later when I do, but I... Oh wait, no, I do have one. Yep. Do you just give me an item straight away this time? Or is this a new item? Oh yeah, give me it. Dark Night Stone. Yeah. I haven't actually bothered to come back here to do this on my other character yet. Dark Night Stone, that's a crafting thing, right? Yeah, it is. Imbues equipment with dark. That's actually a pretty rare item. And there we go, now I've got a shortcut back up here if I want to come back with all my smooth and silky stones later on. Right, and there's some more items we can farm in this opening area, so I'm going to go this way next. I could technically run back to the bonfire at this point and get my, 7 spell uses back, but there's not much need, really. Okay, I've got 3 people in here, I believe. Let's just kill you, and then let the other guy come and get me. No, you're not coming to get me? Let's wake you up a little bit with that. Could have sworn there was a 3rd guy, but I guess not. Moving on. Haha, here's what I hate the jumping mechanics in this game. I honestly despise them. You run with the circle button like in the previous games, and then to jump you press down on L3. Now getting over here is rather easy, but getting back is a pain in the ass. I remember dying when I did this the first time. There we go. Also, that item I picked up, the Amber Leaf, is one of the items I was talking about. Amber Herb, slightly restores spell uses. That's the lowest tier, which I believe just gives you back 2. But either way, massively handy for mage characters. In fact, even if you're not a mage and you just kind of dabble in pyromancy, it helps for that as well. So we'll head up here. And I think there's a few more basic hollows to kill and items to collect. What is this one teaching? Plunging attacks? Yeah. Can I do a plunging attack with a dagger? Do I need to? I've got death beams, for goodness sake. Oh, okay, he's a bit faster than my death. Let's try it. I did have it, but unfortunately he was out the way. There we go. So by the way, if you have any tips regarding proper mage builds, The games are essentially the same in terms of that, so if you have a workable mage build in Dark Souls, it'll work even better in this probably, thanks to the additional items and whatnot. I think this is an effigy. Nope, it's a cracked red eye orb. So if you want to start invading early, you can. That's another reason why I wanted to get these first few bits out of the way before official launch in the US, because I don't want invaded every 5 seconds. I want to have a little bit of a level gap, so I'm safe for a little while. It won't last. People will plow through this game probably even faster than I did for the purposes of review. Can I do anything up here other than like this? Can I shoot you from here? Oh, if I had a bow and arrow I could, but no, I can't do the lock on. And now I just want to fall down where it's safe, I think. Did I get every item up here? No, I didn't get the item over there. How do I get that again? Oh, I dropped down from up there. That's what I do. So let's do that quickly. I want to get every item possible. Any advantage is worth getting in this game. Yeah, that's how I'm supposed to have done it. I think that's what I did the very first time on my other character, and as a result I'd missed the damn ladder shortcut and had to go all the way back. Okay, that's safe enough. There we go. Soul of a Nameless Soldier, fine. I'm going to try and hoard those as well, so that I use them only when I need to get a buff in levels. I'd rather not just waste them. Or if I need to buy stuff. Right, and we'll go through here. That is all... No, wait, no, I didn't check that last tree, did I? It leads down to where that coffin thing was that I was talking about, but there is also some enemies to kill for some souls, and I might as well, so that I can level up when I get to Majula. Which is the area where I spent most of my time in my Let's Look At for reasons of not having spoilers. Now obviously, this is a playthrough, so this is going to have spoilers, and obviously it's not my first playthrough, so I know what I'm doing. To a certain extent. I mean, there's still plenty of secrets I don't understand, especially regarding many of the covenants. I just kind of stuck with one covenant that I understood. I'm actually not going to bother going any further, because there's just like a couple of guys and that's it, I think. Or will I? I'll have a look, just in case. You do get back up and round regardless. That should have killed him because it hit him right in the head here. And then there's an archer there. It helps knowing where the enemies are. But there will be places where I've only done it the once and I'll kind of forget. I hope I won't take too much fall damage. Fall damage in this game is massively increased, and I think that's on purpose to make certain areas not accessible until later in the game, when you can have spells that stop you taking less falling damage, rings, and then also just having more health in general to take the fall. But yeah, little stumbles can make you lose health and fall damage in this one, so it's something to be very cautious of. There's one guy on the left here. I might as well just waste it because I know I'm going to get to Majula in a second. And down there, yep, they're not going to die until later on. I think I could probably take them as a mage rather easily because I can just outrange them, but I may not have enough power per attack at this point to do it. One thing to be aware of, every time you walk across this, it lags a little bit, so be never, or well, I say never, but you may have to. If you're ever running across it, be very careful because there's a tiny little stutter as you get onto the log, and I've almost fallen off more than once. So just something to be aware of, keep it in mind. And we'll carry on through here, leaving things in betwixt, and we'll get to Majula, which is the main hub village of the game. Right through here, where the sun is shining. There we go. So I do have... how long have we been going here? About 18 minutes, 19 minutes? Yeah, I do have a stopping point in mind. I'm not sure if I'll get there. But we could just explore the village as well and then pick up proper next time. Divine Blessing, that is full HP and poison cure, I think, from memory. But the most important thing to do when we get here is speak to... Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Is she at the fire? Or will she appear when I use it? Let's use the bonfire. Oh, there she is, down there by the tree. Okay, I thought she was already there. That might respawn her. No.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
And so that is how we get our Estus flask.
He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
So this is the Emerald Herald, and she is the only way to level up in this game. You cannot just do it at any bonfire you like. That's fairly annoying. It's very similar to how it worked in Demon's Souls, however, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, she always says this when you speak to her, so I'm fast forwarding it.
Seek those whose names are unutterable.
Oh, okay, this is
the four
unique.
Endowed with immense souls.
So I have to find 4 primal
Their
souls
will serve as
and
beacons.
yeah, and use them as beacons to find
Once
the
you
king.
have found them, so that hope will not fail.
Yes, so that is the main goal,
Bearer
but it's a
of the
long
curse.
journey.
Seek them, lest this
That's the thing she says every time you speak to her, and it gets annoying. Right, let's level up here. So I guess the oh, I don't even have enough to level 1, so I've started at level 11. When I picked the duelist, or whatever that's called, for my other file, I'm pretty sure he started at level 15. So let's see, how's it distributed my points? I have only 1 slot at present. So yeah, I'm obviously going to be building Int, because that's what I'm focusing on. I'll have to build Attunement, so I have more slots and cast speed. I'm also going to have to build Int and Vigor, but I don't think I need to build Strength or Dex. I actually do have to build them a tiny bit, because I know from my other character that later on some of the best staffs have a minimum Dex and Strength requirement. I might have to double check that in advance so I know I meet the minimums. I'm fairly sure it might be 10 of each, but I'll double check that off camera. So yeah, I don't have quite enough to level up yet, but we do have quite a bit of exploring that we can do around the town. If you want to join the Covenant, where you can aid another player who has been invaded by a Black Phantom player, this is the Covenant you want to join by speaking to him here.
Distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate.
I just realised my character does actually look a little bit like me, and it's a bit disturbing. If I was thinner and well
It is a
built.
kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that.
Okay, so I'm not going to actually talk to him anymore, because he will kind of draw me into the Covenant, and I used that one on my other character, so I don't really want to use it again on this one. I want to try out some other ones. There's one in particular I want to join for sure. There's another Covenant right over there on the hill that you just get to from walking up there. That makes the game harder, I think, judging by the description. So if you're seeing a lot of Dark Souls 2 right now and you're thinking it looks way too easy, then join the Covenant over there, because it warns you when you talk to it, like, you're going to die if you pick this, or this is for true champions only or something. I could be wrong about what it means. I haven't actually had the balls to select it. I mean, when I finish my other character, maybe I will. And here's our blacksmith, but he's locked out of his shed. I can't remember what his name is. It's McDuff, because that's another
Just help me
blacksmith.
open this door. I packed
Yeah,
my
he's a bit
tools
rude,
in
this
here,
guy. He's also a
seeing
hollow.
it was vacant. But now somebody's come.
Yeah. So I need to find the key to let him in, and then he will give me the ability to upgrade weapons and whatnot. What else can we do in the village? There's actually a few more things. Let's go over here. There is some pigs over on the right of the mansion there that will attack me if I get near. I don't really want to have to mess with them, because they don't offer enough souls to be worthwhile killing. And in here we have a bizarre talking cat. Where is she? Here she is.
Undead, are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say.
Look at us lying on the table.
Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. Enchanté.
Shalaqua. That is not a name I will
So,
remember.
What did you want anyway?
So she serves the purpose
smell
of giving you
wonderful.
advice at certain points in the game if you come and talk to her enough times. She also keeps track of covenants you've joined and your level. So you can also abandon covenants via her. So yeah, I've not found or joined any. I can't remember what she sells. I think she sells she sells really nice expensive rings, absorb HP from enemies you beat, reduce falling damage. That's a really nice one to have. I kept on forgetting to buy it. Easier to be detected, easier to connect to players who are in the same covenant, which is also very handy if you're after a co-op experience. And then that one's a bit weird. I remember that one being in Dark Souls, I think, or was it Demon's Souls, where enemies could talk to you when you wear it. I don't think it served a purpose other than being a little bit weird. And then she also sells Homeward Bones, Prism Stones, Alluring Skulls, and Lloyd's Talismans.
This
And I can talk to her
place is
again, I
already
suppose, but she's just going to
everything
blather on,
isn't
everything
it
crumbling, etc. Yeah.
Nothing
She does actually have quite a
Well,
few
that's
dialogue
dismaying.
options if you do want to sit and talk to her, but I'm not going to sit and exhaust her supply. I do want to keep some things for you to enjoy. And that's a hole that will kill you. Even though in Dark Souls, if you had enough HP, you could easily fall onto that first plank you see there with the item on it and live. In this one, even at level 100, that's still a fatal fall. Focusing on raising your HP a little bit. Here's our general merchant, but before I talk to him, I'm just going to go up here and have a little look-see. I didn't even see this ladder until very late in the game. Chest, we will check it. It's fine. And we will open it. Well, I say it's fine. Even if you hit a chest before opening it, there's still some things that can go wrong that you'll see as we go on. That's a Titanite shard for when I want to upgrade weapons later on, although I don't know if that'll be as important to a mage. But we'll see. We'll see. I can't remember this gent's name either.
Welcome to my shop.
Morgan.
I'm Morlin. And
he starts with a very meagre supply of
Sorry,
items,
I
but when you
could
defeat
really
certain
use
bosses,
business.
he gets their armor in his
If you'd
inventory.
be so
Very
kind.
expensive, but that's how you obtain some of it. So always keep an eye on his inventory and keep him in your good books. He does sell some decent shields to start. And reasonable armor, but it's all too expensive for me and I don't think it's going to be handy for my build anyway. I know some armors I want to aim for,
I came from the
but
west.
I'm
from
not sure
Volga.
what to use in between.
Have you?
So he's from
competitive.
Volgan,
But
he's
I
talking
didn't
about
have-
competitive
it's been
pricing and
years.
whatnot.
I don't even know why
Again,
I'm-
I don't want to exhaust
everything's
every
all
supply dialogue option he has. He has a lot of them. And we can't actually get into the mansion yet because we require a mansion key. There's one more NPC I can think of that's not important to speak to per se, but he's an interesting character and he has a good voice actor, so I want to go talk to him. He's just up here. It also shows us a place where we'll be going later on once we find a way to. Because it's important to explore, even though I do know where I want to be going next. And we'll wrap up the video there, and as I was saying at the start, please show your support if you want to see more of this series quickly. This will go up the same night as my Let's Look At, which was my review of this game. My spoiler-free review, by the way. Even later tonight, after this video, the second part will be going up as well. And then after that there might be a bit of a delay because I'll have been waiting for the online servers to come up so I can get a full proper multiplayer experience. Now let's have a little talk with this guy with an amazing sword. An accent, if I do say so myself.
By this god-awful statue. Heavens above. Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now. See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen round these parts. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you?
Who knows, who knows. And that'll do for talking to him for now. Homeward Bone and a life gem. If you didn't see my Let's Look At, life gems are kind of your main source of regenerating HP at the start of the game because your Estus flask, oh it's not equipped. Your Estus flask has one use, so it's not going to get much out of it. So yeah, these life gems are basically your life blood. They do not give you instant HP, they give you a slow HP regen, so they also can't really get you out of a pickle. They're just for restoring HP out of combat, mostly. They have saved me in some boss fights and my other character. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up the first part here. We're not going that way yet because of the statue that's in the way, but there will be more on that later. Thank you for watching. My name has been Flik. This is the beginning of the adventures of Flik the Mage. It's some new territory for me in a game I am experienced with now though. I hope you enjoyed so far. Stay tuned for more. Ta-ta for now.